Bad Chad Customs was more than just a car show. It was a wild, creative spectacle. Known for outrageous builds and fearless stunts, Chad and his crew turned scrap into stunning custom cars. It wasn't about what you had, it was about what you could create. While millions watched in awe, each build became bolder, pushing the limits of what was possible. But behind the scenes, a darker reality was quietly unfolding, one that would soon bring everything crashing down. The show's tragic end wasn't just the fall of a brand. It was a blow to a devoted community. This is the rise of Bad Chad Customs, a story of passion, talent, and a legacy that left a mark on car culture. At its heart was Chad Hilts, a self-taught builder from Nova Scotia with a deep love for classic cars. His small-town workshop began as a place to restore old vehicles, but soon transformed into a hub of creativity that caught global attention. Chad's builds weren't just about looks, they told stories. Every car was a piece of history brought back to life with raw, personal style. That authenticity drew the attention of Discovery Channel, which launched Bad Chad Customs in 2019. The show spotlighted Chad's gritty shop on Highway 358 near Canning, Nova Scotia. It stood out by celebrating rough, hands-on craftsmanship rather than shiny, high-budget restorations. Viewers connected instantly. They saw Chad in his element, covered in grease, full of heart, and focused on the work. Far from Hollywood, this was real. That honesty made it unforgettable. What truly made the show special was Chad himself. Bad Chad wasn't about rebellion. It was about originality. He wasn't trying to be a star. He was just being himself. And that's what fans loved. Chad's charm wasn't just in his skills. It was in his relatable, laid-back personality. He felt like the kind of guy you'd want to hang out with, swapping stories about cars and life. By his side was Jolene McIntyre, not just a partner, but a true driving force in the shop and the show. Their teamwork gave the series heart, showing that building cars was more than a hobby. It was a shared passion. The shop felt like a family. With Discovery Channel's global reach, Bad Chad Customs quickly gained international traction. Fans from all over tuned in to watch this small-town team take on big challenges with nothing but creativity and grit. Audiences were drawn to the mix of real craftsmanship, strong personalities, and heartfelt storytelling. It wasn't just another reality show, it had soul. By the end of Season 1, Bad Chad Customs had grown into a brand, and viewers were hooked, eager to see what Chad and Jolene would build next. But even as the show's momentum built, there were signs that trouble was coming. Behind the scenes, growing challenges began to threaten the future of what had quickly become a beloved series. After the initial buzz, the show became known for unforgettable moments and standout builds. Fans came back week after week to see what Chad and Jolene would dream up next. The appeal wasn't just in the cars, it was in the creativity and care behind each one. Chad's approach wasn't about perfect restorations, it was about honoring a car's story, its history, flaws, and potential. He was often shown deep in the work, covered in grease, focused on bringing a forgotten machine back to life with character and style. A fan-favorite episode featured the restoration of a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. The build showcased Chad's talent for metalwork and custom paint, but also his emotional connection to the car's legacy. It was more than a job, it was a tribute to a classic. Another standout project was a rusted-out pickup truck found in a forgotten barn. Restoring it was about more than mechanics. It was about reviving memories. Chad and Jolene preserved its original charm while upgrading it for modern roads, showing their signature blend of respect and reinvention. Their chemistry was a big part of what made the show work. Jolene wasn't a background figure. She was an essential part of the team. Her input and decision-making shaped many of the builds, and viewers loved seeing their collaboration in action. They brought that same energy to a 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air, a full restoration that combined vintage style with subtle custom upgrades. Every detail, from the refreshed paint to the reworked engine, reflected their thoughtful approach and dedication. Another memorable build was a 1972 Pontiac Firebird. Known for its aggressive styling, this one got a full transformation, including suspension upgrades and a custom interior. It was a perfect mix of classic power and modern flair. The team also reimagined a 1963 Ford Galaxy with sleek lines, polished chrome, and updated mechanics. The build showcased their attention to detail and ability to make each car stand out, no matter its original condition. These cars weren't just builds, they were stories. Each one reflected hours of work, creativity, and passion. They helped the show build a reputation as a heartfelt, honest look at car culture. But it wasn't only the builds that kept fans engaged. Small, unscripted moments, like when a stubborn bolt caused delays, or when an engine surprise turned into a breakthrough, made the show feel genuine. Chad and Jolene didn't come off like TV personalities. They felt real. That authenticity built a loyal fan base. Viewers didn't just watch, they connected. They talked about episodes online, shared favorite builds, and swapped their own car stories. Bad Chad Customs had become more than a show. It was a community. The sense of community around Bad Chad Customs became as important as the cars themselves. Though still a smaller show compared to automotive giants, its grounded, authentic feel won fans' hearts and made it stand out. As the show aired, its influence quickly grew from a local Nova Scotia workshop to a global phenomenon. Fans worldwide connected with Chad and Jolene's passion and the unique stories behind each build. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube became lively hubs where enthusiasts shared tips, stories, and admiration, turning Bad Chad Customs into a thriving community. Some fans loved the craftsmanship. Others were drawn to Chad and Jolene's honest, small-town grit. Beyond TV, they gained recognition at car meets and trade shows, deepening the brand's authenticity. Merchandise helped celebrate the culture, not just the business. Popularity soared, and Discovery Channel greenlit a second season in 2020. But with fame came pressure. Longer schedules and higher demands strained the team. Still, Chad and Jolene stayed dedicated, driven by their love for the work and their fans. Just as Season 3 was about to start, the global pandemic hit, halting filming and throwing everything into chaos. For a hands-on show like Bad Chad Customs, this was a huge challenge. Chad and Jolene faced an uncertain future, and what fans hoped was a pause became the heartbreaking end of the show on Discovery Channel. By early 2020, after a successful second season, plans were underway for more projects. But lockdowns and safety rules made filming impossible in Chad's busy workshop. Delays stretched on until Season 3 was canceled. For Chad and Jolene, it wasn't just a cancellation. It was losing a dream they'd built with passion. The pandemic's impact was harsh. Networks cut budgets, smaller shows like theirs were especially vulnerable, and the financial strain was severe. Their workshop faced supply issues, staffing struggles, and the mental toll of uncertainty. The lively shop went silent, and though they tried sharing updates online, the production company made the tough call: no third season. Crushed but undeterred, Chad and Jolene turned to social media to keep their dream alive. Posting build videos, tutorials, and behind-the-scenes clips, they grew vibrant online communities on YouTube and Facebook. This shift wasn't easy, but it became a fresh start. The pandemic closed the TV door, but opened a new one. Fans stayed loyal, and Chad and Jolene's passion shone through. Social media brought them closer to fans than ever, creating a thriving global community. Monetizing through sponsorships, merchandise, and ads gave them more control and financial stability. Their shop in Nova Scotia became a global brand. The move to digital gave Chad and Jolene freedom to pursue projects they loved, sparking new creativity and growth. Though losing the show was tough, their story proves setbacks can lead to new opportunities. Bad Chad Customs remains a symbol of craftsmanship, passion, and perseverance. The tragic end didn't define them. It marked a turning point. Even without cameras, the story continues, fueled by a community that believes in custom cars and the people who build them. What's your favorite episode of Bad Chad Customs? Please subscribe to our channel for more videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon.